Hi, I'm Andrea Joyce, and I am the author of 31 Ways to Self Care. My book is available on AndreaJoyce.com, AndreaJoyce.net, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and at your local bookstores. Get it today. We are in the thick of it. We are in the middle of the book. We have been working hard in this book. There's so many tips, tricks, suggestions, prompts, activities, questions for answering. You will care for yourself before it's all over with, and you will not feel guilty about prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first sometimes. Okay, you can't do it all the time, but every day you should do something to care for yourself, period. If you don't pour into you and you're constantly pouring out, you will run out of things to pour. You'll dry up, and we don't want that. So, self care, okay? Chapter 17. This time it's for real, chapter 17. Smell the flowers. Okay, I've been giving you a lot, right? You have done an amazing job. First of all, give yourselves a clap. You are awesome. You are wonderful. You have been working the steps. You've been utilizing the tips. You have been answering the questions. You have been doing the activities. Give yourself a pat. You've done it. So, yes, I'm going to stretch you a little bit more with that plate that's already full, with the things you already have to do in your life. And now I'm going to ask you to take a break and smell the flowers. Now, I have a funny story to tell. I know I always have something to add, right? Growing up, we had 3 rose bushes in our backyard. We had white, pink, and red. So for me, roses came a dime a dozen. Roses wasn't a very big deal for me to receive, though I'm always grateful for flowers. Tulips are my favorite. That's for whoever wants to be my future boo. Hold on. I'm single. Tulips are my favorite thing. And so it's the one flower I've never received. I have never received tulips, but I have received countless roses in my life. And I'm appreciative. It's the thought that counts. It comes from the heart. I love that they did things for me like that. Just if they listened a little more, they would have heard tulips are my favorite. I've been saying this since I've been about 4 years old. And that's why I named the chapter Smell the Flowers instead of Smell the Roses. I'm not big on the smell of roses. It's good, but tulips are my thing. So, just a little side note. So, let's get into it. So, smelling the flowers. What I want you to do is something that a friend of mine taught me many years ago. Many years ago. And that was to savor the steak. Savor the steak. And what that means is I want you to think of yourself going into a restaurant, a steakhouse. I'm getting hungry just talking about this. And you go there and you buy this great porterhouse steak. Okay, for those who don't eat meat, whatever it is that you love, I want you to think about you going into that restaurant and ordering that thing that just does it for you. For me, it's steak. I am a steak lover. I also love crab legs and shrimp, but that's neither here nor and lobster. Okay, I'm really getting hungry now. But steak was my first love. I always ordered steak since I was a little girl. I've always had steak and potatoes. It's something I've always done. That's how I grew up. Can't eat the steak that much now, but every now and again. And I had a great one for my birthday. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Let's bring it back. Okay. So you're at the table. You order this great T-bone, tomahawk, or porterhouse steak. And you're just, it's cooked to perfection. It's seasoned with onions and mushrooms, some peppers. Ah, it's just beautiful. You cut into it and you just go, and it's done. You wipe your mouth, you get up, you pay your receipt, pay your ticket, and you leave. The chef has put his heart and soul into this steak. He's adorned it. It's beautiful, but you ate it in 3 minutes. It was done. You didn't even give yourself a time to burp. You didn't say, delicious. You just, and it's gone. And you're out. You just wasted creation, the beauty, the magic, the magnificence, the taste, the aroma. You all of that was wasted on you. Well, here's the thing. That's how we do life. Every day that we don't take a minute to be in the present, to be in the moment, to enjoy where we are, to pay attention to where we are, life is being wasted on us. If all we do is wake up, shower, put on clothes, get in a car, go to work, leave home, stop at the store, come home, cook dinner, say hi, get a shower, put on PJs, go to sleep, without recognizing what's happening, without being a participant in your life, without living, time is being wasted on us. And we get caught up in the rut of life. I did. You get so caught up in doing what has to get done that you're not even enjoying your life. And one day you wake up and you're no longer 15. Another day you wake up, you're no longer 21. You're no longer 25. You're no longer 30. And you're asking yourself, how did I get here? I'm being honest with you. I'm helping you care for yourself. It is important to take time to smell the flowers. It is time for you to savor the steak. I mean that. It's time to appreciate where you are. No, you may not be anywhere close to where you want to be, but I can promise you this. There is some person somewhere that would gladly change places with you. There is someone praying for the life you're complaining about right now. And I want to tell you, I understand what it's like to go through hardship. Remember, I'm the one that went through homelessness and violation and addiction and so many different things. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, I've had a lot of negative things happen to me. You can see my story in Seeing Past the Storm. The book that's up there, Seeing Past the Storm, that's also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and my websites. So please purchase that. That's not my goal, but I just wanted to tell you that life has not been a bed of roses for me. However, what I've had to learn was to enjoy even the storms of my life, because I was at least alive to get through them. And I knew as I was going through, at some point, I would overcome. At some point, the storm would end. The storm cannot last forever. Even in Bible times, when Noah was on the boat, 40 days, 40 nights, at some point, the storm ended and the sun rose. And I'm saying this to someone, and I'm passionate about it because I want you to live your life, not just survive. I want you to enjoy yourself and be a participant in your life, not an observer. You know how life happens and you're just sitting down? Remember when you were a kid and you were on punishment? Well, at least in my household, you couldn't go outside and play, and that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to stay in the house. We wanted to be outside back then. And you would watch your friends and you're sitting there looking out the window at them playing, wishing that you could be there. Well, that's how we do life sometimes. We're sitting and watching everybody else live, and we're sitting back just watching, just observing, instead of being out there living it. So I challenge you to smell the flowers. I challenge you to savor the steak. I challenge you to begin living your life, participating in it, and being active. Now, I don't know what it looks like for you. It could be a day a week where you go and run through the flowers or roll down the hill or read a great book or go to a movie theater or do something fun. Remember, we talked about this a couple of chapters ago. Dance like no one's watching. Take up a hobby. Well, now I want you to specifically do something that you may just do once in a lifetime. Something you may do once a month. Something you may do once a week. It's up to you. But start living. And while you are doing it, savor the steak. Savor the moments. Don't just autopilot through them. Don't ignore them, but feel your feelings. Even if it's sadness, even if it's thought something comes in, feel what you feel, but feel and enjoy where you are. Cut into that porterhouse, get small pieces, chew slowly, swallow, and enjoy. Savor the steak. Savor the moments you have. We've lost too many people in the last few years for you not to participate in your life while you have it. Listen, smelling the flowers is a great way to self-care. Self-care matters. It's something you should prioritize every single day.